is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with another video on this Saturday night. We're going to talk about a team that's currently in the playoffs and really surprised, and probably is the most surprising team this year, and that's the Sacramento Kings. I've been telling you guys, and you know I ain't lying because it's videotaped, it's recorded, and I said it year after year. Sacramento Kings have talent, and they will be good, and they're going in the right direction. Ask anybody that's been following the channel since day one. I told you when they drafted Fox, I felt like Markelle Fultz was the best point guard in the draft other than De'Aaron Fox. I wasn't sold on Lonzo fully, and I wasn't sold on Dennis Smith Jr. fully, and it ended up happening out to be, even though Markelle Fultz is injured, but De'Aaron Fox is one of the best point guards, even though he was taken before Dennis Smith Jr. De'Aaron Fox is showing that he's probably the best point guard out of the draft so far, and he has matured a lot. He's slowing down. He attacks when he has to. He knows when to go hard. His spot up three is beautiful. That's something that he really had to work on, was his pull-up jumper and being able to put his defenders in ugly situations, basically picking your poison. How are you going to stop me? And the way he's doing that is using his speed. He knows when to stop. He knows when to pass. That's something that I didn't feel like he had coming into this year, was the playmaking ability. He was so deep. He was okay at passing coming into the NBA, but now he took another level. Knowing when to pass, knowing when to kick out, trusting his teammates. He has become a leader. And I always felt that De'Aaron Fox was a smart, cool guy, but I liked his fight. I liked his ability to get up for big games. And you're going to need a person like that if you're in the West, because the point guard position is so deep in the West. You're going to need somebody that's not scared of nobody. You're going to need somebody that's not scared to go at somebody. You're going to need somebody that can compete on the elite level, and De'Aaron Fox is not there yet, but he's taking a big step in the right direction to get there. And the fact that the only reason why I liked him better than Markelle Fultz, Dennis Smith Jr., and Lonzo was his ability to be a defender. John Wall was an all-NBA second-team defender. And that's something that he got compared to, the next John Wall. John Wall wasn't known as a shooter, but he was known as a playmaker. De'Aaron Fox was more of a score-first point guard coming into the league. John Wall was more of a playmaker, but speed-wise, that's a similarity. Other than that, they don't really play that much alike other than the speed part to me. But I understand the comparison because of the athleticism and their ability to have an advantage on most point guards because they're just athletically gifted. And they both use that to their strong suit, so that is a major similarity in their game. Other than that, Fox has been amazing. He has got a lot of hype. A lot of people are now talking about him. A lot of people are covering him. Not only that, Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield was out there hooping with KD. In the offseason, I made a video like, hey, this the year Buddy Hield break out because he out there hooping with LeBron. He out there hooping with KD. He's out there going to training camps. It seemed like he hungry. And I'm not saying that Buddy Hield never had that mentality, because he had that mentality in college. But you want to learn from the best because they're doing it on a consistent basis. And if you want to become one of the best players in the league, you have to be able to do it consistently. You might have a couple bad games, but you got to bounce back. You got to have a short-term memory is what they call it, because if you have a bad game, the team needs you to succeed. Buddy Hield might not be what we thought he would be coming out of Oklahoma, but he's getting closer to that. And he's still young, but he's giving you 20 points a game right now. He's giving you the three-point shooting. He's giving you more variety in how he's scoring. Now he got his step-back pull-up that's basically unguardable. He got a go-to move. If everything else fails, he can play off the ball, and if he fail offensively, he can always go to that little pull-up fadeaway, which is hard to guard because he's smart. He knows when to get the defense off of him. He knows when to separate the space to get a clean look. And once he get a look at that basket, just like any other shooter, it's cash. And you need a go-to move in the NBA, especially when everybody else is struggling, or you need to create a shot late in the shot clock. You need to get a comfortable shot. And I like that Buddy Hield has found that shot and really been utilizing it this year. Willie Cauley-Stein, I've been high on him. I feel like he was one of the rotators of the draft. I feel like he could have fit with a lot of rosters at the time where he was drafted, and I feel like he can go high or even low in the draft depending on how much they like him and how much they need him. Sacramento didn't really need him because they had DeMarcus Cousins, but now they have an abundance of bigs. And at the end of the day, one thing I say about Willie Cauley, he plays hard. That's something that he did day one coming into the NBA. He might couldn't be able to shoot. He might was limited offensively, but he's going to go out there, set screens. He's going to try to block shots. He's going to try to rotate. He's going to go out there and give 100% maximum effort. Only problem with Willie Cauley-Stein was fundamentals, understanding the game, basketball IQ, and knowing when and how to protect the paint. I still think he has more room to grow in those areas. But I feel like that's going to come with playing time. That's going to come with experience, and that's coming just by studying and just really taking your time with the game. And I feel like he took a step forward in that direction. But I still think the world is his as he continues to put in more work, as he continues to fill out his body like he's been doing beautifully these last 2 years. But his understanding in the game is something that's going to continue to improve, and he might be potentially what we all thought, a defensive player of the year caliber player in the future when everything comes together and they get better perimeter defenders and they get more in sync as a team. And they've been doing that offensively. Now we got to see them take that next level defensively. And Willie Cauley-Stein is a guy that's athletic and switch, can guard all positions on the switch because he's athletic and mobile and he's lanky. But not only that, he really goes hard. So that's something that they did need, and he has proved to be a starting caliber center in this league this year. And they're winning games with him as a center, letting you know that the sky is the limit for this team. And the fact that they got a point guard like Fox that wants to be a great defender and wants to compete with the best, and he wants to be a part of the best, that's the type of guy you want, at the top of the key, guarding whoever's on there. So they still got to figure out the defensive part. That's going to take time. I feel like one of the things that really made me want to make this video was the fact that the Memphis game. I feel like that's a game they would have lost 2 to 3 years ago. A game that you're trailing, you have to execute. You have to go out there and really compete. And I feel like them getting blew out by a team like Memphis, that makes it slow, that makes it ugly, that force you to play their style of game. That's a game that usually a young team will lose. And it was very nice to see them really go out there and fight all the way back, stay with it, stay trusting in themselves, stay believing in themselves, and continuing to believe in the coach and what he's trying to do. And for them to come all the way back, not only come all the way back, but to win the game against a veteran team like Memphis was a huge confidence boost to me, and it made me a believer. I'm looking like, okay, the Sacramento Kings, they've been winning, they've been hovering around that playoff spot, but now I'm starting to see that this is a different Sacramento Kings team. They've been proving that all year, but that was another step in the right direction if they're really serious about making the playoffs this year. And I even made a video about Otto Porter. Should they get trade for Otto Porter? They do need length and size at that 3 position because of Kawhi Leonard, because of the LeBrons and the KDs and other guys out here in the league. But Otto Porter is not really worth a rush because he's only going to give you limited playability. You rather try to develop a player or trade for a player on a more reasonable contract because you want to sign guys like De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, and Willie Cauley-Stein to long-term deals. And they do have a lot of young talent, probably a little bit too much because everybody's not going to be able to shine. Everybody ain't going to really be able to step their game up because the minutes only can go to a certain amount of people, and plus you want to give your main players the most minutes. So they're going to have to figure out the Skiles and the Harry Giles and the Bogdanovich. They're going to really have to figure out who are they really going to build around and who are going to be their cornerstone pieces. And once they really figure out that, which they're doing this year a little bit, they're going to have to start spreading out that money, and then they're going to be locked into a team. And I don't feel like rushing to get a guy like Otto Porter, even though he's in the same age group. Financially, it can cripple you if he never becomes better than what he is, and he hasn't done that the last 2 years. He's a marksman. He gives you size and length, but he's not an elite defender. He can't really do much outside of that, and he's not really that much out of a three-point shooter. That's all he really brings to the table. So you rather get somebody else, even if you have to wait a year or two. But I definitely want to see what they're going to do if they make the playoffs or if they barely miss it. I don't really know if they're going to make the playoffs or not. I'm just excited to see that this team with a lot of talent is coming together And now they're not worried about losing. They're focused on winning and building back up Sacramento, and they're willing to do whatever it takes. And they got guys with that mentality that they want to win, and they're not trying to lose, and they're having a blast this year, and people starting to notice, people giving them credit. De'Aaron Fox getting a lot of highlights, and he's getting a lot of talk and hype now, but he deserved it day one when he was in college, and he deserves it now in the NBA, and I think he can continue to get better. And I think this team can. They one of the top 10 teams that believe in each other because they in the top 10 in assists, actually number 6, to be honest. And also they're fourth in offense. They scoring 114 points a game. That's very impressive for a young team to go out there and execute, but also play at a good pace that gets everybody working to their strengths. And it gets the defense off balance so they get easier shots. Young players like to get up and down, so why not take that to advantage? And that's what they've been doing. But if they really want to take that next level, they have to find out who their superstar is. And I don't know if it's Fox. I don't know who it's going to be, if it's going to be Hield. But somebody got to take that spot and be like, I'm going to be the guy. Whether if they trade for that person or they develop that person or whatever happens, they're going to get that guy because people going to like playing against Sacramento. If they can continue to win like that, they're going to win over people. They're going to get respect. They're going to get credibility because they're winning and they're going out there doing it the right way. But people are going to want to come to play with this team because of the talent and because of the potential. So not only do they have the draft picks, not only do they have young talent that they can go to any team and trade for and give up legitimate packages for a superstar, they're winning. And teams want to go to teams that can win. That's what players want to do. They want to go to the teams that can win. They're winning right now without a legitimate superstar. And with that being said, that's going to attract other people that plays against them. If they see how hard they play, they see how hard they want it, plus they're winning in the Western Conference, you get a lot of respect around the league, and they're getting that. Now it's time to find or develop that piece. That's going to be the next step to help them get to the playoffs. But remember, the Warriors are getting older. Somebody's going to have to take over. Somebody is going to have to be there. They're not there yet, but let's think about this team 2 years from now. They already proven a lot of us wrong, and they already having a season nobody thought they would have outside of Sacramento fans. But one thing I would definitely tell you is this team should only get better as they continue to grow together. And if they do add that superstar piece or develop it, this team is going to be very scary, especially with Fox and Stein anchoring that defense. But I definitely think they should try to go for a two-way player and somebody that can really go out there and dominate in the fourth quarter and really be a closer. And Fox been showing that he has potential to be a closer, but he is undersized, which can hurt them at the point guard position because they're going to switch taller and lankier defenders on him in the playoffs. That's why they need that 3 that can really create his own shot, space out the floor, and handle the ball. I don't know who that guy is right now, but I know that's what they need if they really want to be a serious contender in the West after DeMarcus Cousins and, whatever happens with Golden State. Because right now you got 5 All-Stars and your star lineup. It's hard to beat a team like that. But one thing I will say is they're going in the right direction. But I also said that 2 years ago, and I'm glad to see it come to fruition 2 years later. Let me know what you guys think about the Sacramento Kings. Who underrated? Who you think they should trade for? Do you think this team is going to make the playoffs? Are they a legitimate playoff team this year? Are they just hype? Will they fall off? Will they lose the close games coming down to the end of the season and, barely miss it? Whatever you feel, let me know in the comment section below. I read every comment. And thank you for watching. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Also, check out my older videos. I got videos about free agency, trades, and I also break down actual footage of players' games and give you my final thoughts. You can check out my playlists all on my channel, whether it's NBA breakdown, NBA rookie analysis, talking and covering the draft. I do it all. Welcome to the family. Join the family. I make videos every single day. I haven't missed a day in months. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and enjoy the rest of y'all day. And let me know what you guys think about the Sacramento Kings, their potential, their future in the comment section below.